Welcome back, everybody, to the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise here on Madden 21. As today, our Jaguars are now 4-4 on the season, getting ready for a divisional clash against the 2-6 Indianapolis Colts. Last week, we got our second straight win of the season, beating the Jets 20-13, with Myles Jack winning Defensive Player of the Week. He had 12 tackles and 2 sacks in that game. Also, Gardner Minshew did get hurt in our victory against the Jets. Tyrod Taylor came in early in the second half and played fairly well. Luckily, Minshew will be healthy this week, which is very good news. So now that we're at the midseason mark, I do want to take a look at the standings around the league. Currently, we are 4-4 in a fairly close division. The Texans are in first place at 5-3. The Titans are 3-5, and the Colts are 2-6. So we're all fairly close in this division, and I really still feel like it's anybody's division to win, especially considering how bad we all were last season. The rest of the league is looking very competitive. Nobody is winless, and the only undefeated team left is the 8-0 Baltimore Ravens. The top team in the NFC is the Dallas Cowboys, who are 7-1. How that happened, I couldn't tell you. Everybody in the NFC East is 500 or better. Again, I have no clue how that's the case, but there's some weird stuff going on. So let's take a look at the stats here at the midseason mark. Obviously, Gardner Minshew's had a very up-and-down campaign. He's on pace to throw for around 4,300 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 10 picks, which on paper is very good, but he's just been super inconsistent and has not had a good year. If he continues to be inconsistent, maybe Tyrod Taylor gets the job. Phillip Lindsay's been great, but Kyra Brooks, our rookie running back, has been fairly underwhelming since week 1. DJ Chark is a stud. Nelson Aguilar has been very good. The pass blocking has been very good. Rookie offensive tackle Bentley Vander Walson has not allowed a sack yet. Oh, and by the way, he has superstar development. It has just recently been revealed. This is awesome to see. I think Dan Feeney leads us in sacks, and he started like 2 games this year because of Andrew Norwell getting hurt. So that just shows how good our starters on the offensive line have been. Speaking of hidden depth traits, we know Zaire Wiggins' development, and it is also superstar. So both of our first-round rookies have superstar development, which I think is a massive win for us. Vander Walson and Wiggins can be building blocks and cornerstones on this defense for years to come. I'm very happy we have them. The breakout star on this team has been K'Lavon Chaisson. Chaisson played 13 games last year. In his first 11 games, he only had 1 sack. Then he had 2 sacks in each of his final 2 games and carried that momentum into this year. He currently has 6 sacks through 3 games. I will say Josh Allen has been fairly disappointing, only 3.5 sacks on the season, and we've not done a great job of forcing takeaways. We did get 3 interceptions last week against the Jets, which was encouraging, but outside of this past week and week 1 against Buffalo, we've forced maybe 3 or 4 turnovers in those other 6 games, which is not ideal. The special teams has been good outside of a missed game winner. Josh Lambo's been really solid, and so has Logan Cook. So we'll take a brief look at the awards. Currently, Rashawn Babineau is first for Defensive Rookie of the Year, which I think is very well deserved. He's been great. DJ Chark is first for the top receiver. Again, well deserved. He has been great. No Nelson Aguilar in that top 10. I think that's fair. Aguilar's been a pleasant surprise, but I don't think he's a top 10 receiver in the AFC. So we do have an open roster spot right now, and we're going to sign Sean Lee. This is a weird one. He's an older player, 35 years old, 70 overall, with 68 injury, by the way. But I want to add a veteran to the defense. Obviously, our defense has been very inconsistent this year, so even if Lee doesn't play, I think he'll be good to have. Our opponent today is the 2-6 Indianapolis Colts, and yes, they are not very good on paper, but this is a divisional game, and we cannot take it lightly. They are led by rookie quarterback Rodney Allen, and if you followed the channel for a while, you know this man very well. Allen started his collegiate career at Westlake as a backup quarterback, lost the starting job in his redshirt junior season to Stephen Westwood, who is a quarterback in this class, transferred to Iowa, had a great senior season, and was the first quarterback off the board. Allen has had a really solid rookie year. He has a very nice amount of rushing yards at 69 for what it's worth. And the rest of his roster is really solid. I mean, the Colts have a good football team. I know they only have 2 wins, but this is not a game we should take lightly. So since the start of the season, I've had a little contest when it comes to naming the stadium. Obviously, we got a new stadium. It does not have a name yet. Until now, I've gone through all the comments, and I have decided The stadium's name will be Duval Stadium. I got a couple suggestions related to Duval. Jacksonville is in Duval County, Florida. And, I mean, whenever you think of Jacksonville, you think of Duval. We will also be nicknaming the stadium The Den. That was another suggestion in the comments. There were a lot of great submissions, so if yours did not get picked, don't feel bad. Yours probably was still really good. Anyway, Week 9 action, the second half of the season is underway as the 4-4 Jacksonville Jaguars, winners of 2 straight, will be hosting the Indianapolis Colts, led by rookie quarterback Rodney Allen. Currently, Jacksonville has 5 divisional games left in their final 8 games, including 2 against the Colts, 2 against the Texans, and on the road against the Titans. Should be a challenge. I'm curious to see how this one ends up. Let's see how Rodney Allen can do against Jacksonville. Jags starting with the football as the first play of scrimmage is an RPO, and Minshew immediately gets sacked by Alex Okafor. The Jaguars' pass blocking has been the strength of this team. They have not allowed a ton of sacks this year. It's not a great start there. 3rd and 12 now, a tight throw, and it's caught by Nelson Aguilar for a gain of 16. He continues to be the pleasant surprise of this offense, especially with Laviska Shenault having a fairly quiet season so far. First down now, Minshew under pressure. He gets it to DJ Chark, breaking tackles, and he gets it all the way to the 20 for a gain of around 37 or so yards. Huge play right there from Chark. Now at the 18, it's 3rd down. Minshew's pass is dropped by the rookie tight end Daniel Romer. That probably would not have been a first down anyway. So the Jags are going to go for a field goal. A chip shotter from around 35 yards. It is good from Josh Lambo. And the Jags are on the board first. It's 3-0. So here's the Colts offense led by Rodney Allen, who's shown a ton of promise so far on the young season. He has superstar development for what it's worth, and he is going to be a challenge for this Jaguars defense to face twice a year going forward. His first pass of the day is caught by the tight end Jack Doyle, the former Western Kentucky Hilltopper, for a gain of around 16. Rodney Allen has looked good so far, however, on 3rd and 7, the pass is picked off. Gerard Wilson, the safety, with his 2nd interception of the season, 2nd interception in as many weeks. He had one late in the 4th quarter last week against the Jets, and Jacksonville forces a turnover. Obviously, the rookie quarterback is going to make some rookie mistakes. That's what Allen does right there. 3rd and 7, a nice conversion there by David Njoku. Now at the 23, a handoff for Kyra Brooks, and he loses around 6. Kyra Brooks, if you remember, was great in that Week 1 game against Buffalo and has been pretty bad since, I can't lie. He's had a fairly disappointing rookie year. 3rd and 14, another drop pass, this time by David Njoku. Minshew is now the very nice 6 for 9, as Josh Lambo will go for a 46-yarder, and it's barely good, but it goes in nonetheless, and the Jaguars now lead this game 6-0. Colts with the football now, offense trying to get into a groove as on 3rd and 1. The former Iowa Hawkeye and former Westlake Hornet, Rodney Allen, will connect with Michael Pittman Jr. to the 45, and that'll end the first quarter. A fairly defensive battle so far, although Jacksonville's offense has been able to move down the field fairly well, as it is a 6-0 game. 2nd and 10, here's Rodney Allen. He gets sacked. Miles Jack and Cravon LeBlanc both get to the quarterback. Jack with 2.5 sacks in the past 2 weeks. He has been a machine since he returned from his injury. 3rd and 17 now. Allen's pass is broken up by Rashawn Babineau, so that'll force a Colt punt. Jaguars with it now. 3rd and 8. Gardner Minshew is going to be sacked by Tack McKinley, who was signed in the offseason, and the Colts would now get it back. First down from the 20 for Rodney Allen and company, as Allen will get it to Michael Pittman, and he's going to get about 20 yards on the play.
The prophecy is true. Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rodney Allen is 6 for 9 with 69 yards. Can we appreciate that? Because that's a pretty nice moment. Back to the football game now. Here's a nice play by Miles Jack, forcing Marlon Mack to go backwards for a yard. That was not supposed to rhyme, but it did. 3rd and 12 now for the Colts. Rodney Allen is about to lose his perfect 6 for 9 for 69, isn't he? Yep. As his pass is caught by Hilton, and he fumbles it. Rashawn Babineau levels the boom on T.Y. Hilton. It is picked up by Crevan LeBlanc, the nickel corner, and the Jaguars get it back. A huge hit by the rookie, absolutely leveling down Hilton. Was that a fumble, though? The booth would not review it, and Jacksonville gets to keep the football. 3rd and 10 now. Nice play up the middle for Chark, who is brought down at around the 10-yard line. Jacksonville has not gotten to the end zone today. They're going to try to change that here. 1st and goal. Minshew looking for the back of the end zone, and it's caught. DJ Chark with the touchdown. Are you ready for the Chark attack? DJ Chark was outstanding last week against the Jets. So far today, he has been a machine against the Indianapolis Colts, as it is now 13-0. Another halfback slip screen resulting in a sack there on 2nd down as the big D tackle, Sheldon Rankins, gets to the quarterback. He now has 3.5 sacks on the season. Jacksonville will get the ball back shortly after, as on 1st down, Gardner Minshew is now sacked. DeForest Buckner gets to the quarterback there. A lot of sacks today from both teams. Colts with it here late in the half. Short pass for Marlon Mack, and he is quickly pushed out by Ronnie Harrison, but he is out of bounds, and the Colts still have a timeout. Allen now up the middle for Jack Doyle, who's had a really good game, bringing it to the 45. Now T.Y. Hilton gets a 1st down, and the Colts would quickly call a timeout with 1 second left. They're going to go for a field goal here. Jacksonville will call a late timeout, trying to ice the kicker, as it is a 52-yard try. Scott is back deep to return for Jacksonville, as the kick is short. That's what she said, and to be specific, that's what she told me last night. The kick is no good, and the Jaguars have pitched a shutout here in the first half. 13-0 is your score. Rodney Allen has played fairly well outside of the interception. I mean, he was 6 for 9 for 69 yards at one point. That gets bonus points. But he's been fairly effective. I mean, but even though the Colts haven't scored, he's been fine. Another very good first half for Minshew. He didn't play super well down the stretch in the first half, but overall, a good start to the game for him. Colts start with the football in the second half, as on 2nd and inches, there's a sack for the rookie corner, Zaire Wiggins. Rodney Allen was the 8th pick in this year's draft. You know who was picked one slot ahead of him? Zaire Wiggins, 7th overall. And I don't think the Jaguars really regret it. I mean, Rodney Allen's been great, but Zaire Wiggins certainly looks like he belongs in this league. 3rd and 7, a nice pass for Jack Doyle, who's had a very busy day today. This Jaguar defense has not been great this year, but they've especially been poor at guarding the tight end. Tight ends have played really well this season against Jacksonville, and Jack Doyle is having himself a field day. Nice run by Marlon Mack, who's had a fairly solid game today. Another handoff for Mack up the middle just a little. The run blocking there is spot on by the Indianapolis Colts, who obviously have a lot of talent on that offensive line, specifically Quentin Nelson, who's arguably the best offensive lineman in football. 2nd and goal, back to Mack, and he goes backwards for a yard. The Colts are having trouble here on the goal line. Rashawn Babineau, who's had a great game today, brings him down. 3rd and goal now. Colts trying to get a touchdown here. They still have a goose egg on the scoreboard as Rodney Allen threads the needle, getting it to his slot wide receiver, Andy Isabella, for the touchdown, and the Colts are finally on the board, as it is now 13-7. Indy needed that, but the Jaguars still are in the driver's seat as they're up by a possession. Let's see if our offense can do here. 2nd and 10. Gardner Minshew going up the middle for Laviska Shenault, who gets around 20 yards on the play. Shenault has certainly not lived up to expectations so far this season. He has not found the end zone once, believe it or not, which is kind of crazy. 2nd and 7 now from the 44. Minshew is picked off. An awful throw by Gardner Minshew. I have no clue what he was trying to do there. And Quentin Dunbar will pick it off, and the Colts get the ball right back. A boneheaded pass there by Minshew. Let's see what Indy can do. They have a chance to take the lead here as Rodney Allen under a ton of pressure here on 3rd and 7. He will let it rip out of bounds. So it doesn't look like the turnover will cost Jacksonville too much, as their defense, who has been great today, forces the 3 and out. Offense now with it, 2nd and 2. Another loss of yardage for Kyra Brooks, who is averaging under 1 yard per carry today. Not particularly ideal. That was Kenny Moore, one of the more underrated corners in the NFL at the play. 3rd and 4 now. Aguilar was wide open, and Gardner Minshew just misses the throw. Minshew was outstanding in the first quarter and a half today, and ever since then he's been terrible. Colts now with it. Andy Isabella on the slant route, and he is off to the races. The speedy Zaire Wiggins does not get to him. An 83-yard touchdown for Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown of the game, and the Colts will take the lead with just 34 seconds to play in the quarter. That'll end quarter number 3. Indy takes a late lead as it is now 14-13. And by the way, A.J. Kahn, one of the Jaguars' best offensive linemen, just got hurt. If that adds salt to the wound. It's been a rough past few minutes for the Jags. They've allowed 2 touchdowns. One of their most important offensive players got hurt. Things can't really get worse, right? Well, wrong. A strip sack for the Colts. It's picked up by DeForest Buckner, and that'll be a scoop and score. And yeah, this game can get worse. First play of the 4th quarter is a defensive touchdown for Indianapolis. They now lead this game 21-13. It's been a rough past 5 minutes for Jacksonville. We'll see if they can try to pick things up. And if Gardner Minshew cannot come back here, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets benched for Tyrod Taylor, because he's really played poorly this past quarter or so. That play for Lindsey does not work out. 3rd and 5 now. Jags really need a conversion, and they don't get it. Minshew was under a ton of pressure. He throws it into the ground. I imagine Tyrod Taylor is probably warming up on the sidelines, but we are in the 4th quarter. I would not expect a QB change today. Colts have a chance to really extend their lead here, already up by 8, as Allen hands it off for Mack, and he loses 4. Have yourself a day, Miles Jack, who has been, you can make a case for the best defensive player in football these past 2 weeks. He won AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week, and he's been even better today. 3rd and 12, Doyle with the play. He does not get the first down, wrapped up by, guess who, Miles Jack, along with Rashawn Babineau. And with about 6.5 minutes to go, this is Jacksonville's opportunity to strike a comeback and for Minshew to save his job. First down, here's David Njoku, who has dropped multiple passes today. He runs out of bounds for a gain of 20. Good play after the catch by Njoku. Now from the 40, Minshew looking to throw it. He gets it to DJ Chark. Chark with a big play. He runs out inside the 10. Minshew was really good in the first half when he was getting the ball to DJ Chark. In the second half, Chark has been a lot quieter. That's his first catch of the half. And maybe Minshew can start to get something going, as on 1st and goal, Phillip Lindsay will find the end zone for a touchdown, and Jacksonville has a chance to tie it up here on a 2-point conversion. Excellent blocking by the left side of the Jaguars' offensive line, as they will go for 2 here. Handoff for Lindsay, and he converts. This time it was the interior of the offensive line who did an outstanding job. And with 5:25 to go, this game is tied up at 21. Get your popcorn ready, because we've got one hell of an ending coming up. Colts have the football. Jack Doyle gets 19. Kind of crazy that Rodney Allen went from a school like Westlake, who does not use their tight ends, to Iowa, who loves their tight ends, and now the Colts, who also love using their tight ends. 3rd and 7. Allen is sacked by Kaylavon Chason, his 7th QB takedown of the season. A huge stop for the Jaguar defense. Their offense has it back here with an opportunity to take the lead. We'll see if they are successful and if Gardner Minshew can hold on to this starting position. From the 34-yard line, 3:42 to play. First down, that's a flying start to the drive. Minshew's pass is way off. 2nd and 10 now, a pitch for Phillip Lindsay. He gets a great block there, and Lindsay is brought down to the 46 for a gain of 12. Nice run from Lindsay, who's having another really good performance today. 3rd and 8, huge play for the Jaguars. Is wide open down the field is guess who? The best player on this football team, DJ Chark, who gets it all the way to the 14. Unfortunately for the Colts, Malik Jackson is injured on the field. DeForest Buckner's already gotten banged up a couple times today. He is in the game, however. First down now from the 14. There's Laviska Shenault getting 11 yards. And speak of the devil, DeForest Buckner gets hurt. Oof. First and goal now from the 3. Minshew looking for the end zone, and it's caught! What a catch by LaVisca Chenault Jr. for the touchdown. His first of the year, and it comes at the perfect time. That might be the play of the year. What a catch by LaVisca Chenault. A one-handed grab with Malik Hooker right on top of him. And the Jaguars will take a 28-21 lead late in the game. Colts have it back. First down. Allen under pressure. He gets it to Marlon Mack, who loses 6. That's Myles Jack responsible with the tackle. That feels like a broken record. This Colts offense has had no answer for Myles Jack today, as that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Very thrilling second half. Jacksonville currently leads it 28-21 as they try to get one final stop and win their 3rd straight game and improve to be over 500 for the first time since week 3. 3rd and 16, Allen is sacked. Rashawn Babineau, who's been all over the field today with a huge play. 4th and 22, the pass for T.Y. Hilton is broken up. He almost caught it. It looked like it was Gerard Wilson who deflected it, and the Jags offense has it. I'm a little bit surprised the Colts went for it there. I probably would have punted it if I were them. And now Jacksonville has a chance to end it, and it looks like they'll do just that. The first play of the drive is a 13-yard touchdown for Phillip Lindsay. And with a minute and a half to go, the Jags are now up by 35. Jacksonville on a 22-0 run. Colts grasping for dear air as T.Y. Hilton gets a nice play. Now from the 49. Indy has all 3 timeouts, by the way, as Allen now gets it to Jack Doyle. Wrapped up at the 35, and the Colts use their first timeout. They are putting all of their eggs in this drive, hoping they score, get an onside kick, and score again, because that's their only hope. First down, a short pass there for Andy Isabella. I hope you started him in fantasy this week. He gets it to the 14. Now down to 20 seconds. Allen likely has to take a couple shots here for the end zone, as on first down, Tauliaipupu misses the sack, but instead it's Joe Schobert who brings down the quarterback. Colts are now out of timeouts, 14 seconds. Watch a short pass up the middle go for about 5 yards, ending the game. Okay, I stand corrected. It goes for 12 yards, but same point. I don't know why Rodney Allen made that throw. I don't know why they didn't go for the end zone or a quick play out of bounds. But Madden clock management never ceases to amaze me, and your Jacksonville Jaguars will win the football game 35-21, getting the Colts outscored 22-0 in the final pretty much 9 minutes and 54 seconds of the game. Rodney Allen was very impressive, though. 32 for 41, 372, 2 touchdowns and a pick. I feel like his yards are inflated because of all the garbage time that he had to make big plays in the 4th quarter, but he was still really good, and there is still plenty of concerns about this Jaguar defense. Gardner Minshew was okay. He was super inconsistent, though, in this game. He started off really well, then he played poorly, and then in the 4th quarter he was good again, and we cannot have that type of inconsistency. Minshew is going to start next week, but, he is on a super short leash right now. Marlon Mack was solid. He averaged 4 yards a carry. Phillip Lindsay did his thing, 74 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Jack Doyle was a beast. And, I've been praising Myles Jack and Rashawn Babineau all day, but they could not cover him worth a damn. Andy Isabella was very impressive for the Colts. For us, our top receiver was DJ Chark, 5 catches, 140 yards, and a touchdown. LaVisca Chenault had that big touchdown in the 4th quarter as well. David Njoku, 3 catches, 41 yards, and 3 drops. He wants to get paid this offseason. I think Njoku's asking for around $6 million a year. Performances like this will not encourage us to pay him a new contract. Myles Jack was an animal, 12 tackles, 3 for a loss, half a sack. Rashawn Babineau as well was very good. 11 tackles, 1 for a loss, a sack, and a fumble forced early in the game. A number of players had sacks today. There was a lot of pressure, bad pass blocking from both teams. This was certainly Jacksonville's worst day pass blocking so far this year, which doesn't say a lot because the pass blocking has been incredible, but the Colts' pass rush was really good, and our pass rush was really good too. So that'll end the episode. Next time we have the 2-7 Denver Broncos, who have been cellar dwellers in the AFC West. They'll probably be in the quarterback market this offseason. Maybe they'll look to draft a guy like Marcus Trotter or Stephen Westwood in the first round next year. I hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Quite the game. A big win over a division rival. And a very nice performance from rookie quarterback Rodney Allen. No pun intended. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay safe. Peace.